It's good to see you, though, brother. Man, the game back in town. Look at this, man. It's good to see. Look, look, you crazy, man. It is good to see you, man. I love the ambiance. I love the
Yes,
ambiance of
sir.
what you got going on out there, man. It's
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, we kicking it.
man, got me
It's
a little subscribe.
yeah. I know. I mean, again, I'm not the rub it in kind of guy,
Rub
so
it
I
in, brother.
don't.
The ambiance is dope, so rub it
Uh,
in.
yeah, I ain't gonna rub nothing in. I promise you, I'm not. I
Okay.
promise you, I'm not. I'm just. I'm. This is. I would do it inside the house, but because Angie's in there, she's working, she's doing her thing too.
Man,
So
it's all good, man. I know the people got tired of just seeing my ugly mug, so I brought some substance to the show. Um, First and foremost, welcome back to Baseline the Goal Line. I am
the
your
illest.
look. Wait, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to all of
Okay.
that. Welcome back
All
to
right,
Baseline
man.
the Goal Line. I am your humble, gracious host, Alan Col Beezey, Colburn. You see the other dude on the screen. That's my co-host. Go ahead, and introduce yourself, brother.
I am the phenom, the phenomenal one, Mark Harris.
And this is once again Baseline the Goal Line, the illest sports show in the land.
Bar none.
I've been waiting so long to do that, dude. Waiting so long to do that, man. It's
It feels good. What it feels good,
man. It feels so good, man. It's good. It's good to see you. Arizona treating you good, brother. The family good. Everybody good.
everybody's great, man. Arizona's treating us well, and I think we treating Arizona well as well.
I
I think
believe
we,
you are.
I think it's a mutual exchange here.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no question about it.
yeah. That's
No
that's
question
dope.
about it, man.
That's dope,
Great
man.
move.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I
Talk.
know. I just said great. It's been so thus far a great move. We're doing,
Hmm.
doing some things. And, God is good, man. So
All the time.
yes,
All
sir.
the time, brother. It's Oops. I don't know what I just did. Let me get off of that. Okay, we back. We back. So, brother, it's been a lot going on, man. It's been a whole lot going on, and
Yes, sir. And we've been keeping up with every bit of it. And you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
this
First of
is
all,
this.
let's do this real quick, Mike, before we get into anything, brother. Y'all know what this is? It's a vibe, right? So, want you to tell me what it is that you're drinking on. Raise your glasses. I got some tequila and lime juice here. Mark, what you got, bro?
I am sipping on the best quality water in the world,
And what's the reason?
H2O.
What's the reason for this?
For the H2O,
Yes,
because I'm fasting.
you fasting. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there. I'm sipping.
Yeah, he's
I'm
sipping,
sipping. Yeah, Mark
fasting.
is
So
fasting. But
yeah,
once again, this is tequila and lime juice. Comment down below. Let us know what it is that you sipping on. Because, like I said, this is a vibe. And as always, what we always toast to is same thing as usual: to life, health, wealth. Last but not least, sports talk. Salute.
salud.
Now we can get the show popping. Welcome back, brother. Man, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad we back. It's good to see you.
Yeah, bro.
Good to be good to be doing what we do.
Yes, sir, my guy. So I know you wanted to react, and that you had some stuff going that you wanted to talk about with in regards to Antonio Brown.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you brought up something to me that was real dope, and I didn't at the point in time when you brought it up to me, I didn't take it into consideration, and that was the hit of from Vontez Burfict. So let me just cue that up real quick because I want to show that hit,
Yes.
and then we'll go off of that, and we'll just off of this hit we'll go ahead and we can speak about some stuff off of this hit. Okay.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and cue this up. Let me share this real quick. Can you see that, bro?
Yes, I can, bro.
Okay. Let me go ahead and mute this. This is like the slow down version of it. Mm. Oh my
Brutal.
God.
That's brutal, bro. That's brutal. Man.
So let me pull back the full screen real quick for a second, Mark, because I want to talk
Okay.
about that, right?
Yes, sir.
Because
Woo.
Mark, you actually saw the video that I had, and then you gave me a phone call after you watched the video, and we had a little bit of back and forth about it, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned this. You mentioned the hit,
Right.
and once again, I didn't take that into consideration. So, do you want to just expound upon what you thought about in relations to, and then we'll get into the him walking off the field and all of that stuff. So, you want to just expand on what you were saying in reference to this hit?
Yeah. So, um, and if you're watching sports, like the Steelers are like that's one of my childhood teams. You know, it was San Francisco, it was the Packers, it was the Steelers. And then other it was with other players, but those were my three teams. So I'm always interested in what's going on with the Steelers. So I was actually watching the game when that happened.
As was
And
I.
so
As was I.
yeah. So I
Okay.
was watching the game and it was I don't even know how to describe it, but it was frightening. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say extensively, but I'm gonna say that it was frightening to see that happen and in real time. You know what I'm saying? Um, so we know that these collisions happen in a football game, in an NFL game, even at college level, all levels, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's never gonna seem as violent at other levels as it will at the top level because you got the fastest and the strongest and the biggest guys that you have picked from a pool of other players, right? To and understandably, you want to get the best players so you can get the best out of the out of you want because you want that to be out there so that the game it makes the game not just more interesting but just those different levels once you get to the highest level it just makes for more a better or increased entertainment so
Right.
but that hit itself I really felt like the Antonio Brown before that hit is different from the Antonio Brown after that hit. And because of that, I also saw it as you want me to go back and go into how I feel about the future of football.
Yeah, we can talk. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
We
so
gonna pod, bro. We gonna pod. Let's
yeah.
talk. Let's
As
talk.
as far as because I want to make sure that I'm addressing this properly.
Okay.
Um, but that
But
hit.
wait a minute. So, Mark, let's do this then. Let's
Mhm.
talk real quick. Just finish explaining the hit portion of it. Then what I want to do is I want to show the video that he just put out. Talk about like some stuff that talk about the video that I put out. Well, a little bit of the video I put out. But then what I want to talk about is his exit from the field, and
Mhm.
then the video that he just put out about a
Right.
when he was on a
The interview.
podcast, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll then we'll roll up into where we
Okay.
think the
Okay.
ball
Cool.
is going. Okay.
So I just felt like that changed him. I don't. He was not the same
Mm-hmm.
before that and after that. Now he could have been like a diva, but I believe that he could have been doing some things. Like I've listened to Ryan Clark. I've
Okay.
listened to him talk about his exchanges with him when they were teammates and how he would say particular things, even address particular things. Here's another very interesting thing that I found out too. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize that the there was a player that played with them, strong personality, great player that I think had was more or less like the I wouldn't call him a chaperone, but he was more like a voice of authority in their locker room, and that was Palomalo.
Troy. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Troy Palomalo kind of when stuff with things would happen, he would kind of pull people on the carpet and say, "Hey, man," and he had such a respect that the young guys, the younger guys would listen to him and kind of heed to whatever he was saying. But without that type of addressing, and then also the part of how how he acted or how he was exposed at that time. I'm talking about Antonio Brown. It just
Mm-hmm.
wasn't it wasn't the same. And
No,
I look back at that hit as a marker of when the more drastic change started to happen.
got it.
Um,
Got
you know
it.
what I'm saying? So when that change started to happen, now I'm not a doctor, but I am an interested observer. So being that type of person, um, I'm going to analyze and look at things. I've always done that. I mean, I'll look at Sports Center 3 or 4 times after after it goes off to see what's going on, to
Right.
see particular things, and then also to gain some level of knowledge, and then also get your opinion on particular things. And so, as it pertains to that particular hit, I think that hit for me changed Antonio Brown.
Okay.
It shifted the way he acted. Now I'm not, again, I'm an expert fan. I'm not a doctor or anything
But let
like
me
that.
just expound off of that real quick because there are reports out there that his family said the same thing.
Wow.
His family said the exact same thing, and that's the reason why I wanted to show this, and that's the reason why I started looking more into it myself. Is due to the
Yeah,
fact
and
we
I
brought it
didn't
up.
know that, right? I didn't know that at all.
This is what I'm getting to,
Hmm.
because when you brought it up to me, and you brought up the Vontez Burfict hit, I went back and I looked at stuff that was happening with Antonio Brown prior to that, and I started doing
Hmm.
research. And when I was doing the research, I found out the same sentiments that you have about it. His
Hmm.
family said the same exact shit.
Wow.
That they felt after that hit, it changed how he was acting when it came to certain stuff.
Hmm.
So,
Wow. And yeah,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, that's just interesting. That's
Right.
very, very interesting.
So, I guess with that being said, how did you feel about the departure? I mentioned how I felt about it on the last video. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It's on the channel. So I explained how I felt about the situation. I felt that this, because we have this new information coming out and it's gaining, it has so many different legs, that we needed to come back to address it again. And because you and I spoke about it off
Right.
off or on the phone, that this needed to be a conversation that we had for the particular show. So how did you feel about the departure after
Uh,
gathering all the facts now?
okay. So, so let me address it like this. I, I want to say it in a not. I'm gonna just say it. So,
Yeah,
if you look at Antonio Brown's face and the things that you were pointing out in the video about him turning around,
yeah.
if you look at his face, just look at his face, he don't look the same. Like, even it did it he looks like altered. Now, don't get
Almost
me
like you could
wrong.
pull back a curtain and reveal the real him. Like it's a mask over him. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that, and then even his, and I'm reaching, and people can correct me, but the Antonio Brown that I'm talking about, like early on, younger
Yep.
Antonio Brown versus what I saw when he was departing,
Hmm.
he looks, I want to say it this way, spacey, like he wasn't all there.
I don't think he is.
And I'm saying he looked like that, like
Right, right,
his
right. No, I get
facial,
you. I get you.
the
I get you.
way I'm just talking about the way his facial structure is, the way
Nah,
he
nah, nah.
looked.
I get you. I get
It
you.
he just didn't. So how I felt about it is there was a part of me who was disturbed, because that was for me way out of pocket. Like, there's another way to handle that.
From
So
from from him.
from him,
Yeah. Okay.
his perspective,
Got you.
because you don't know what he said to other players. You don't know what he said to the coach. We don't know at the time what was said at all of
But
these
now that we
games.
have that
We don't know that.
information, now that we have the information that like the week before the game that he left, when he
Hmm.
went to the management and BA and asked him if the rest of his contract can be guaranteed, and then they said no. And then during the game, that particular game in which he left, at halftime, he went up to Bruce Arians and said, "Yo, I feel like I'm being not getting the targets and stuff that I want. This and this and that." Like, it was a big blow up at halftime, and the
Right.
players and everybody settled him down. And after they settled him down, when the second half came, and the package that he was involved with for the majority of the game, when it was time for him for that package, that personnel group to go into the game, that's when he told Bruce Arians, "My ankle is hurting.
Mm.
I don't want to play." But keep in mind, once again, this was before, or this came after he felt that he was not getting targeted, felt like he was being singled out. He even said something that Brady was showing favoritism to Gronk during this particular
Yeah.
time. And it was all, and with everything and all the legal stuff that he has going on, I think Antonio Brown has made a decent living. But we don't know what his spending habits are.
True.
And if you're set to make $1 million in incentives, there was three different incentives for $333,000 a piece, which would be equivalent to almost $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're set to make $1 million in incentives and you feel like you are getting exiled out of the play calling and things like that, I wonder. I mean, I shouldn't say I wonder. I got a good inkling that's the reason why he was triggered at halftime, especially when a week prior, you went to management and you went to talk to Bruce Arians to ask if the rest of your contract for the season can be guaranteed, and they told you no, that it was incentive laden, depending on how you perform. How you perform. To
Right.
that you
I
say
mean, and
what?
that's fair too.
To that
That's
you say
fair.
what? Yeah.
It's fair. So, with as loose of a cannon as he is, and whatever state of mind he's in,
Mm-hmm.
if he was in his right mind, or if he was all the way together, then he would understand why. If he was fully aware of everything that he's doing, and everything that he has done, and everything that he's been accused of, and everything that he's been involved in,
Okay.
if he was that type of conscientious, like consider the things that I've done,
Right.
and not take ownership of it, that that is probably the most disturbing part of it. And I believe, because of his history in the last, I don't know, 5, 10 years,
Sure.
his history to me says you actually have forfeited, because that's a privilege, man.
No, it's a
It's a privilege.
that's a yeah. It's only
It's a privilege, man, to play
yeah.
this game. This to be, first of all, to be, and don't get me wrong, he's contributed to where he is in terms of his ability and his
Sure.
work ethic.
No, for
So
real.
with all of that stuff, and commend him for all of that. I mean, the drills that I saw him doing, he's amazing, man. I mean,
They say Antonio
it's
Brown is
amazing.
one of the hardest working players in the off season that you will ever be around. The way that
Right,
he trains himself.
right.
So yeah, I
And
agree. I agree with that 100%.
that respect that he gets for that
Right.
does not excuse the disrespect for players, for organizations, for fans, and and for just not his family. It just does not make up for that. Like,
No, it doesn't.
when you lose that and don't realize that you're losing it, losing that privilege,
Sure.
it has to be, I have lost it. Like, I've lost what is most important, which is my ability to understand the consequences of my own actions,
Mm-hmm.
and also take ownership of it. Like, that's another whole nother part of it, because I have not heard him one time apologize for anything.
No, not at all. And it's always somebody
I
else's
haven't
fault.
heard it.
It's always somebody, and it's always
It's
somebody else's
always
fault.
somebody else. You
So
blaming everybody else. Yeah.
let's
Go
get
ahead.
into that video. Yeah, let's get into that video because you know just let me cue this up a little bit, right? So the build up
Mm-hmm.
to this, he was slandering. He's going out and he's sending a lot of text messages out showing he and BA's conversation about how he informed BA that he was injured. The text message told BA said in the text message, and I'm sorry, Bruce Arians for y'all
Okay.
who don't know who BA is. Bruce Arians. And the text message is coming out and saying Bruce Arians is like, we need all hands on deck because we're not resting before the playoffs. That was said. and there was some other stuff out there that he was airing out Tom Brady. Now, I have never in my life of I shouldn't even say covering sports. Oh, yes, I can, because I'm a, damn it, I do it. So in my life, of covering sports, playing sports, and being a sports junkie, I have never in my life heard anybody speak ill of Tom Brady. Never.
Right.
And even to the point where when James Harrison got picked up by the Patriots, he said he went up to Foxborough with the intentions of trying to find something bad about Tom Brady, and he couldn't. He said he is a phenomenal person. Tom Brady, when Antonio Brown came to the Patriots, let him stay at his home. He did the exact same thing for him when he came to Tampa Bay. So with that being said, let me fire up this interview. It's about a 5-minute clip that I want to discuss. All right, can you see this?
I can, my brother.
All right. Let me cue this up.
I seen on your Instagram that you don't follow Tom Brady. I deep dive into it. But why don't you follow Tom Brady? Is there something?
Nah, it's not personal, man. Tom is actually my friend, one of my close friends. But like Bob.
Look at this dude, man. Just look at this dude.
Yeah. His whole posture is like, I'm out of my mind.
I was saying, what are you saying? I work at McDonald's? You see what I'm saying? Some people have a different definition of friend. Because when I say I'm your friend, that mean I got your back. I mean, to me though, that's what a friend mean. But a friend is not like that in this world and how we living. And we play professional sports. Like, not everybody in sports gonna be your friend. Tom Brady's my.
What the hell is professional sports? What the hell is whatever? Okay, my bad.
My friend, why? Because I'm a good football player. He need me to play football, right? These guys called me to win the Super Bowl, not for the toilet bowl. They didn't say, AB, we having problems with the toilet over here in Tampa. You think you could flush the shit down and help us out? No, they called me and said, hey, AB, we need you to win the Super Bowl because Tom Brady saw me come to the Pats and run through those guys. The Patriots run a good system with practice and details, and he learned that AB's a professional. No matter what you say about AB put his heart on the line. AB know to play when it's fourth down because he was studying up all.
Real quick, Mark, right here. Let me just stop this real quick because, he may put his heart on the line. That doesn't have anything to do with professionalism. So right there, he doesn't even know what it means to be a professional.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right. You're absolutely right. It has nothing to do with professionalism.
Okay, let's keep going.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you about to say?
So I mean, everything that you've done to this point, from the perfect hit to sitting on this couch,
right, showed
there's a level of unprofessionalism that is more glaring than your ability to work out on your own.
Let's keep going.
Go ahead.
All night, he know the two huddle. I can count on him, but that's on the football field.
So as a person with you and Tom, you wouldn't consider him your friend, or would you consider?
See, now you're taking it too far. I just said people got different meanings of friendship. Like when I used the example and said Bob was on the fries, he thought I was disowning him, saying he worked for McDonald's. I wasn't saying that. I was using the analogy to say if we're running a business and I need you to be on this and you can't be on this.
What do you think, AB? What do you think AB makes Tom so good? What makes him the greatest quarterback?
Listen, we talking about principles, now you talking about what make Tom so good.
Yeah.
Tom can't do nothing by himself. He got to play on a team. This is a football game. But this is what the world becoming, man. I just watched TV and they say, the coach just lied and said AB never told me about an injury. Then I put up the text. It's still negativity on my name. I just watched Aaron Rodgers say a guy's a dummy, then everybody say, yeah, the guy's a dummy. So you guys tell me. I'm here to figure it out what it is and what's going on and why is it like this way, because this is what it is right now.
Right.
Let me pause it one more time, Mark, because this just goes on to further magnify how I felt about his mental health. Because not at one point is he answering any questions that they're asking him.
Right.
He's going off into different tangents and stuff like that about different things. He's not answering shit.
No, and it feels like you're right. That's a great observation, and it also feels like he's not coming to grips with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
And it feels like I didn't do nothing wrong.
He's blame deflecting.
It's everybody else did something wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Right, he's blame
I did
deflecting.
what I was supposed to do.
Yep, exactly. He's blame deflecting. Okay, let's finish this up real quick.
Nobody's been in your position, so nobody knows really. Like, not a lot of people get to live the AB life, so it's hard to kind of figure out.
It's not simple, man. Imagine someone distorting your character. These guys called me to win a Super Bowl. After a suspension, I come and help them do that. If Tom Brady's my boy, why am I playing for an earnest salary?
Right.
You my boy.
Stop.
That ain't Tom Brady's
responsibility. Look, boy. Why am I playing for an earnings for a latent-based or an incentive-based salary? Because all the jackass shit that you've done before this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he is not taking ownership. First of all, Tom Brady can't negotiate your salary, my brother.
No.
That is your agent, number one. First of all, you had Drew Rosenhaus. Drew Rosenhaus takes anybody as an agent, and he got rid of your ass.
Yeah.
Now you got a new agent, and it's Tom Brady's fault because he can't get you a guaranteed salary? It's not his fault that you did all this bull in the past. Calling out calling out owners, calling out Robert Kraft, saying that the GM for the Oakland Raiders was a cracker. That's Tom Brady didn't do that.
I don't even remember that. And that's what I mean. Everything that's happened to AB is all self-inflicted.
It is.
It's all self-inflicted.
And everything is always somebody else's fault.
With the exception of the perfect hit. That was not his fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the exception of that, everything else is self-inflicted. But I think that hit changed the trajectory of his life. I got you. That's for sure.
All right, let's finish this up.
Right?
Right.
Gronkowski is boy, right?
Right.
How much did he get paid?
Significant amount.
Damn. All right, so why is AB on the prove it deal? Who's better than me over there? Let's be real.
Right, but
let's not be right. Let's be honest.
No,
this is the podcast to be real.
No, I'll be real.
Who is the best guy over there?
AB.
Since you guys know football, who is it?
For sure,
Who's
AB.
the best guy and that team?
Football, receiver-wise, who is the
AB.
guy that get it popping?
I think it's a combination of all you guys. I think it was AB.
Combination.
I've always said, for me, I've watched you play.
But you got a right to your opinion, bro. I'm not trying to force your opinion.
No, you're good. I'm just a diehard Brady fan.
Listen, man, it is what it is. It's not about being a fan. It's about being a realistic humanity, a human.
Mm-hmm.
He got one
a Brady fan. Brady can't do shit by himself. But you guys gonna make it seem like he just this horror guy. Bro, we're all humans, bro. We all dependent on someone else to do the job. Just like your show, you dependent on the video team, the audio team. You count on people to set this up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think he helped you at all, Brady?
Now you saying who helped. Listen, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it was the realistic right now. How did he help me? Would he help my career to come back?
No, because like letting you stay at his house and shit. And
bro, stay at his house. I got my own money, bro. You guys know who I am?
I like the fact that
I don't need to stay at no one house. I got my own houses. Guys do that to influence you guys in the publicly. Like, oh, he's at Tom's house. Then he's maybe a good guy.
Right.
But I thought I was a good guy. I was a great football player. That's why you guys know me, right?
But as far as we don't get to see AB, we don't get to see the behind the scenes shit. And that's what it's true though.
I know you guys don't.
I don't get to see the behind the scenes shit.
Somehow I'm always the guy under the scrutiny. It's always my fault.
Yeah, but we're not making you that at all. Absolutely
Listen,
not.
I don't need no pity parties from none of you guys. It is what it is. How I feel, I'm not having you guys dictate my position.
100%.
How I feel.
Okay. Shout out to Full Send Podcast for that. But scratch that right now. First of all, the reason why you're not the best player over there is because you're unpredictable. The best ability is availability. My G, you're not available.
Amen.
So how the hell can you be the best player over there when you're not available?
Right.
And
we don't know when you are available. We don't know who we dealing with.
What the hell are you gonna do? Because you'll lose cannon.
You don't know who we dealing with.
Listen,
Mark, with somebody who will in the middle of a game strip and run off the field.
And dude, if your ankle was hurting, why the hell are you doing jumping jacks and running off the field that way if your damn ankle hurting? Go ahead, Mark. Have at it, brother. Have at it.
It's frustrating for two reasons. Number one, I don't think that he's necessarily a bad guy. Let me backtrack a little bit. Okay. I remember. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not necessarily shifting, but it just came to my mind. One of the things I wanted to mention. So
I told you we podding today. Go ahead, talk, brother. We podding.
So one of the things that struck me, he's from Miami, correct?
From that area, from the Dade County area. Yep.
From the Dade County. He's from down there.
Yep.
I heard him talking. I don't even remember what it was. An interview. There was an interview, and you may have seen the interview. But in the interview, he was talking about his life.
Oh, he's been through some shit. He's been through some shit.
Life and how he grew up now. He'd been through a lot of stuff that at a young age, in the neighborhood that he stayed with, the people that he dealt with. I don't want to dismiss any of that because all of us, every single one of us, you, me, especially if you Black, all of us got some level of severe trauma.
No, for sure. No doubt.
Some of it's more severe than others, right? Some of it's more, there's more despair in some people's lives than other people's lives. That also has helped to shape AB into the person that he is, right?
No, for sure.
So that has shaped him into the guy that he is, the person that we see, even sitting on that couch. Your background and the stuff that you had to deal with, family stuff, neighborhood stuff, community stuff, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff that he had to deal with that he has not spoken a whole lot about. But I know there's been some times when I've heard about stuff like he was used to coming in the house and seeing plenty guns all over the table.
Yeah.
Like all over the dining room table. Like
for real. Yeah.
The neighborhood that he lived in, man, it was pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And around a bunch of intense people. Now that helped to shape the kind of person that he is too. And I think one of the things that caused him to work hard on himself was to make himself good enough to get out of that situation. And you can commend him for doing that. Because without a doubt, there was a time, and I don't know how many years it was, but there was a time when AB was the best receiver in football.
3 straight Pro Bowls.
He was the best receiver in football.
Let me rephrase that. There's a difference between Pro Bowls and All Pros. 3 straight All Pro. Not Pro Bowls, 3 straight All Pro. Go ahead.
There was a time when he was the best. Like
for sure.
AB was the best. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 years, but he was unquestionably the difference maker with his team.
That's real. That's real.
So I feel for him on some levels.
Okay.
I don't know how much therapy he's gotten. And I'm not gonna say he hasn't gotten enough. What I will say, if he has gotten it before, he needs to continue to get it.
He needs to continue to get it. And if he hasn't gotten it, he needs to get his ass in there to get it.
Yeah, because I'm not no expert, man, but this gray hair ain't fake. I didn't dye this. I grew that.
No, I got you.
I've been around here for a long time.
Look at this. Look. I got something coming too.
Man, I see it. It ain't white.
No, it ain't. No, I ain't Snow White right now. But I got something coming too. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just saying. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say. So with all that being said, because I don't want to get long-winded here, but with all that being said, A, do you think his career is over with? And B, do you want to personally see him back in the league?
Wow. I'm going to say it like this.
Say it, brother.
As Antonio Brown is today,
mm-hmm.
that would be a no and a no. A super no. I want to curse. A super no.
Curse, man. This is our show. Curse.
Hey man, I'm trying to other people.
Hell no. I said for you. Hell no.
So that's both of them. Like the way as he is currently constructed.
Yeah.
No and no. If he got help and the help proved to show some level of change in him, then absolutely yes.
Okay.
But as he is currently constructed,
no and hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's how I feel about it. Do I think he'll get another chance? Yes. Because I think talent outweighs all of the bullshit that you got going on. If a team, if an organization, a general manager, a head coach, whatever, if they feel like their back's against the wall and we need to produce some wins, they're going to bring him in.
Yeah.
Because he's going to help contribute to that. A part of me says that he also needs football in order to kind of stay out of trouble. Because as crazy as it may seem, he gets in more trouble in the offseason than he does just with playing the game of football. So I agree with you, though. If he does get help, of course I want to see him back. If he doesn't get help, I don't know, man. I just don't want to see him severely hurt.
Right.
That's where I'm going with it. I don't want to see him severely hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Really quick, where were you? And I want to stay on this topic for maybe 2 minutes. And this is your take. Where did you say you felt the state of NFL is going?
Okay, so I'm a big fan. We are both fans of it, and there's millions of fans out here.
Right.
But if things continue the path that is going, I really think that it is the most popular sport I know in America.
Without question.
Football is. NFL is the most popular, most watched, most followed, most rabid fans of any other sport.
That's without question.
Right? But as it pertains to what I believe is happening, like case in point, Antonio Brown and the hit that he took, and the struggles that I think mentally happen because of these constant concussions and as much as they've worked on things, and I commend them for all of the efforts on working on the equipment to try to, and then also changing some elements of the game to protect players from particular injuries and having to take particular blows. I think that the end of football, the NFL as we know it, even at each level, I think there is an expiration date for the NFL. There's an expiration date when it will not be as famous because of how unfortunate it is when they're taking these constant hits and these constant injuries, especially as it pertains to CTE. CTE is real, man.
No, for sure.
And I truly believe, until somebody says to me, "No, you're crazy, that's wrong," I believe that Antonio Brown is a walking, talking, moving, breathing case of CTE.
Case of CTE. Yeah.
I think that this is just my opinion. Like,
I agree.
I'm entitled to that, right? So,
man. Listen, man. You know what we do here, man. We shoot it from the parking lot. That's this. Yeah. So
yeah.
No,
I feel like there's an expiration date on it. As sad as that might be,
right.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen in my lifetime. I'm not saying it's gonna happen in my kids' lifetime. It's gonna happen in my grandkids. But there's an expiration date, unless they clean it up and protect it. And I think for a lot of people that it is more of a wussy game right now than it was before. Like it's a bunch of people,
it's a little soft. It's a little on the soft side.
They're a lot more protective of people, especially of quarterbacks. I don't know.
No, but with that being said, it's soft due to the fact of our case in point today, Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Right.
Right? So I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before we get out of here, a couple things. Georgia, Alabama tonight. Who you got?
Bama.
Georgia is favored by 3.5. I just
Bama.
don't ever bet against Nick Saban. It's hard to
Can't.
do. Okay. Now I want to get to this real quick because I want to go over the playoffs for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Wild card weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Saturday, we have the Raiders, Cincinnati. Who you got?
Cincinnati.
And then we got Pittsburgh and Kansas. Or I'm sorry, we got New England and Buffalo. Who you got?
Ooh. Where's the game?
The game is at Buffalo. Buffalo won the division. You got Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have
and it's hard for me to go against
Belichick.
Belichick. It's hard. That's hard.
Okay. We got Sunday, Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Okay, I got you. And then we got San Francisco and Dallas.
Dallas.
San Francisco I hope they beat the shit out of Dallas.
They're not going to.
Okay, well, damn it, I hope they do.
Their defense is too tough, man.
Beat the hell out of Dallas. And then Monday night. So this is the first year that we got a Monday night game for the playoffs.
Cool.
For the wild card weekend. Arizona and the Rams. Who you got? The Cardinals and the Rams.
They playing in LA?
LA.
Give me the Rams.
Okay.
I've lost a whole lot of faith in Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona. Oh yeah, they fell off the wagon.
Yeah.
They fell off the wagon. Listen, man, we back. We back. So each week we'll put out pods each week. Myself during the week, because Mark's time is a little bit more tight than mine. So during the week, I'll still put out shows. If we need to react to the shows that I put out, the little clips, we'll come back and react to it. But once again, I definitely appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. I just wanted y'all to not just see my ugly ass mug. I know y'all was getting sick of me, and I wanted to bring some vibrance to the show. My co-host is back.
Yes,
one more toast to everybody out there. Once again, comment down below, man. Y'all still haven't been commenting. Let me know what y'all drinking. So comment down below. Let me know what you're drinking. To life, health, and wealth. Last but not least, sports talk. Salute.
Salute.
Content is Mark. How did you feel about the Klay Thompson return?
I'm strangely appreciative of him coming back.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest.
Yeah, I know how you feel about him, and we gonna get into that too. We got a whole bunch of shit coming.
I'd like to thank you too, man. I'm very happy to be back around.
Oh, brother, you know what, man? You know the chemistry. If we wasn't doing it here, we was gonna do it anyway.
Right.
So we may as well do it here.
Absolutely.
And real quick, man, we're not doing this for likes. We're not doing this to get streams on YouTube. Like I just said, if we wasn't doing this shit here, we was gonna be doing it anyway.
Right.
We do this. We talk about sports because we love to talk about sports. Now, when the likes, the comments, the subscribers, and all that shit come, we ain't gonna stop it. But that's not what we doing.
Yeah.
We're doing it because we like it.
We ain't doing it for that, But if you feel inclined.
Yeah, no. When you feel inclined, ain't no if. Damn it, when you feel inclined. But thanks for tuning in. Alan Col Beezey Colburn.
The Phenom, the phenomenal one, Mark Harris.
This is Baseline to Goal Line, the illest sports podcast show on the land.
Barna.
Yes, sir.